Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel and these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game. It's sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Thursday, May 23rd. We have action here for Thursday Major League Baseball, a day card, pretty much heavy daytime action, ready to go here in just 2.5 hours. Get your rotation orders ready for daytime action in Major League Baseball. And of course, we've got playoff action tonight after yesterday's conference finals games were underway. What did you think? What did you have? I need your help. I need your picks over the next hour or so. I think we can get out of here in a reasonable time with our daytime baseball card, our 2 playoff games, 3 in the WNBA, which I've already previewed here on Tony'sPicks.com. But how about action last night? In the NBA, that was an upset. The Mavs with the win in Game 1. Late explosion there in the fourth quarter. Luka, clutch down the stretch. Of course, Kyrie, also huge. Mavs don't miss their free throws. The Wolves love knocking down the threes, but forget to go inside a little bit. Edwards, again, another pedestrian performance, 6 of 19. We said, hey, dial it back just a little bit. He's awesome, but a couple of clunkers here shows not quite where he, we're not going to put him in any special category yet. You got to get to the finals first. And right now, the Dallas Mavericks lead the series 1-0. They're in front in the series with home court as well. So how'd you guys fare in that one yesterday? Hey, we had Minnesota here, and I have my concerns just because they lost the home court. I think they might be able to figure it out because I'm sure that the defense will still be fine. It did go over, and we talk about some big offensive numbers here. So see if we get your comments on the NBA as we get saying hello to some folks here with the show. And who was here for It's Blake first here as I'm seeing the comments for the first time. Blake's here. He's all fired up and ready for the, and who wouldn't be for the first game we got. I mean, can we just get to it already with today's game? I mean, come on. I mean, we all know there's a lot of great action today. The best action might be here in just a couple of hours. What will happen today? And Thomas is here as well. Brent already thinking about tonight's hockey action. We'll preview that. What do you guys think about last night's game in the NHL? Get your comments on this one as well with Florida, another road team upset win. Yeah, I found a winner somewhere on the card yesterday with the Florida Panthers. I had a few winners, believe it or not, here on the show yesterday, and one premium winner, but we're going to have to get after it today. But we did have Florida, and, I have Florida to win it all, and they sure look like they're dominant. They look like the team right now in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I don't think there's hats off to what's going to happen tonight in the West with Dallas and Edmonton in Game 1. But, man, Florida looks good. Kachuk, Bennett gets the goals. The Rangers went 17 minutes without a shot on goal in there. And Bobrovsky, hot late when they pulled the goalie, knocking puck aside for 5 straight minutes there, it felt like. So Florida gets some. I got something right yesterday. So here comes Jeff in here, Curtis as well, Dre's here today, and Brent. We're just gonna follow Brent. Follow him right out there to the ocean. And Brent said the chat split the NBA game. I think I was on the wrong end here with Minnesota yesterday, and my premium pick as well on the total. So look, I called for the defenses here, and hey, if Minnesota, bad on me, right? I didn't see Minnesota wanting to take uh, what what were they? They shot well from three, but that's a lot of threes, and I don't think and they lost. So we'll see if they're if the strategy's right. Maybe obviously I had it wrong, but just want to say you had it wrong, Minnesota. You did not win the game. Now, uh, there's other things going on there. We talked about Gobert. He had another interesting, right? He's a stiff on offense, so but it does make a huge difference on defense. Hey, here's the first steam of the show rolling in right now. This is why you're here, not about me. It's about you, the chat. It's about these moves. And right now, a big move is coming in on a game that I don't know. We're going to talk about here in just a few minutes. It's on the Texas Rangers against Philadelphia. What? Did Philadelphia's bus crash on the way to the game or something? I don't know, but Texas is down to $1.69 at Circa, $1.65 at BetOnline, $1.68 at Bovada. This probably on a Thursday might relate to some personnel that may miss the game here today. Don't want to say who it might be, but just take note that Philadelphia does travel to the West Coast after this game. So I would think, and I didn't look yet, I don't see the lineup just yet. I could go to the Twitter machine, but I just want to keep the conversation going right now. But the move is on Texas here. We'll talk about the game because it certainly has, it's a very interesting game still, considering the way the Phillies are playing with this record-setting start right now and how poorly Haney has pitched. But I'll just say, to me, right now the move is on the Rangers. So I don't want to alarm anybody here. And again, Phillies against right-handers, Phillies against left-handers. I mean, Phillies are great. There is a little difference in those two categories, if I'm not mistaken, gang. Luis is here today. He had a great day. So I'm glad somebody had a great, I'm too busy hosting the show to know who's hot. We're going to track this somehow. R. Thompson's here. Thank you as always. And Lego is ready to go in the hockey game tonight with the Stars. Well-rested team for sure. And Twisted here. Love the Mavs and the over in that one. Thanks for all your encouragement today. And wow, yeah, no problem, Fernando. I think we talked about it as well yesterday. Yeah, sure. We might have got our total here, I think, on yesterday. Oh no, it didn't. It actually did go over, didn't it, with the third goal there? I kind of forgot, but no problem. Leverkusen, obviously, they'd already won a bunch of good things, right? And it was a little bit too much for a team like that I think if maybe a more established championship, like a legendary, Leverkusen's great history, but maybe some of the real juggernauts can roll through something like that. But I think Leverkusen, off of the highs of their great victories this year, trophies, if you will, just a little bit too high, if you will, in that game. So Atalanta, they deserve something, as always. And Twisted says he'll still take the Phillies run line, and he's going to get the discount today. And again, we'll see who's out of the. Again, I'm not even speculating anybody is out. But when I see a move like this, usually it has to do with players being out, especially in a big. I'm just scanning Twitter just a little bit. There's not even anything from the beat writers yet, but again, sometimes it can come a little bit on speculation. And like I said, uh, they are headed for the West Coast after that. So, all right, let's get a few more chat in here. And nope, I think I'm all caught up with the chat. So I'll head over to Tony'sPicks.com, see who did well with the crew yesterday, and get ready for the action today. Like I said, we make it a quick show. I don't know what else you want to talk about in the world of sports betting. How about golf? Anybody up for the tournament that's just underway? I have some plays here that we can get into. I don't think they were too far along. And see if we can strike here in Texas this week with the PGA Tour. And this one, they're playing this one, of course, the Charles Schwab Challenge. One of my guys is off to a pretty decent start here, actually. A couple of guys here, so I don't know. I feel kind of guilty here. Like I just pick a couple. I'm looking at the scores for the first time. They're only on the first two holes, so it's not me, on a victory lap, and it's not me picking guys that have already made a couple of birdies here. Let me just go right to my betting slip, and I'll just read off my golfers this week, and maybe you can look at them the way you want to look at them. I have top 20s here with Aaron Rye this week at plus $2. I've got a top 20 with Lucas Glover at plus $2. Let me down last week. I'm going to try Lucas here. Thomas Detry, $2, also a top 20. He's already made a birdie here today. He's right there in second place, along with one of my other plays, Tony Finau. I have him in a top 5. I'll continue on here. Top 10 play here at 4-1. Christian Bezuidenhout, the South African. I've got Bezuidenhout here in a top 10 at 4-1. Also, Jordan Spieth, top 5, 5-1. He always finishes here, almost top 10 every time. We'll take him one notch higher here. And Tony Finau also, I'm looking at him top 5. He did birdie the first hole here today, and he's, I believe, at 6.5-1. And then I did take a few spots here, half a unit plays on winners though. Here, my outrights this week include Jordan. First of all, if you want to go with Scotty Scheffler, he's like 3-1 or less. Hey, I don't think Ben Hogan would be 3-1 here at this point, but if you want to play Scotty Scheffler, he's probably worthy of 3-1. I don't know if anybody really is in a golf tournament, especially. I'd probably trust Scheffler right in a major at 3-1 more than I would everyday tournament a week after a major. Yeah, he does great here. He dominates this event, or dominates some. Jordan Spieth dominates this event too. So we're on Jordan Spieth to win 25-1, Tony Finau to win 30-1, Bezuidenhout 50-1, Detry to win 60-1, Aaron Rye to win at 60-1 as well. So little golf this week for me here. And Magic today says Magic's a tennis expert. What do you got, Madge? I'm ready for you. I've got a little bit of tennis here that I took today. Matches still to come, certainly in Strasbourg today, and Rabat, and also, of course, where else are we at? Let me see if there's some matches that haven't started yet. Or I don't know if you're Shevchenko, I believe. I thought I saw Shevchenko withdrew. So, how about Casper Ruud today? -2, and I'll take him at minus. I think I'm going to take him at -3 games or 3.5 games. I have to lay some juice there against Sebastian Baez. Baez has been hot, no doubt about it. But I mean, he's going up against Casper Ruud here. I know we're on clay. That's fine by Ruud. The good match here between the top 20 player in the world, Baez, and the top 7 player, Casper Ruud. I'll take Ruud minus the games. And how about this one between Mimteshi Pericard and Hugo Gaston, a couple of Frenchmen going at it, man. This one rates so close. Pericard's got that monster serve, really getting a good glimpse at this player at this tournament. Really, for the first time, he's been a big bust-out player here. This one's got to go 3 sets, man. I'm going to go over 22 games here with Pericard and Gaston. We're talking some other stuff here with a light card here today. So Magic, what else? What do you got here? Do you have any other matches? I can give you another. There's 2. Our college baseball went 1-2 yesterday, running that steam again. So we're not doing great. Lego. So, well, we're going to get to that, Lego. We're going to get to the WNBA. In fact, I already have 3 videos out on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. If you're dying for some WNBA content, check out that video and all the videos from the Cappers here today from Tony's Picks. Bo's got videos up. Ron's got videos up as well. And Tony, of course. So, all right. Stop Geo. Thank you, as always, for being here. And Twisted, that's because I just sit here and I don't have a life. You have a lovely partner there. You're at a game. I just sit here with a bunch of TVs and computers, knowing that, you know what, I've given up on. I want to say it like that. I want to depress anybody. I'm exactly where I want to be. Ron's here. Hi, Ron. Great to see you today. Remember when I used to do that? And come on, Madge. Curvin's here and Butterscotch is here. Let's go to Tony'sPicks.com, see who's up there, and see if it's Butterscotch just in time. Oh, he got the cue. Butterscotch was the leading handicapper. Butterscotch doesn't come here just to listen to me talk to him, but it is ironic timing. And he goes 9-4 yesterday for nearly 4 3/4 units of profit. How about Ron Crawford here? I don't know if I'm happy, proud of these guys, to be there. I haven't had a good day in a few days here for sure, but great to have these guys on the team. CJ 4-0, you see Mindy there, 67% yesterday. Ben Ruala, 75%. The 2 old ladies that bet consensus, 2-1. Alec Moorhead, I don't know if this guy's lost yet here on the site. Tony T's 2-1 yesterday, continues on a roll. Tiffany Mance 2-1, Danny Dimes 2-1, and you got Bo Dunn yesterday in profit. Jerry Lewis in the profit. And there's Ron Hahn as well in profit. Ron's there. I'm not. Last 7 days, it's Butterscotch right there, 11 1/3 units of profit. Great record for Mark, 42-27. Danny Dimes up there, giving a couple plays every day. He's up 7 1/4 units. Maybe that is the answer. Here I am telling you every day, you got to play this volume. You've got to have multiple bets, keeping the bets around the same size. You don't just, but everybody is different, certainly. CJ, 60% last 7 days. Ron Hahn right there, over 6 units. And Mindy, 4 1/3 units profit over the last 7 days. Last 30 days is Butterscotch leading the way here on the Tony'sPicks.com leaderboard with 18.5 units of profit. And Ron Hahn, our guys right here in the chat right now. If you got questions for these guys right now, if you ever want to know how to get these picks, subscribe to these picks. I'm here too. But you have the 2 top handicappers in our chat right now over the last 30 days. Mark Butterscotch Eubanks and Ron Hahn here in the chat. So appreciate you guys so much. Danny Dimes right there. Ruben Marlboro. Come to Marlboro country. You'd be up 10 2/3 units profit over the last 30 days. And CJ Sturgeon. Click on the All Cappers tab. That's where you'll find all the handicappers and get signed up. Click on the handicapper tab profile of your choice. Down here, you'll find me, and I've got a 3-pack of Major League games up and ready here at tonyspicks.com for the early action, and I'll also add there in a probably maybe after the games go here my NBA and NHL here for today, but I wanted to get the picks out here on the air for the uh, for the show, and then we'll add those here between probably right before the start of those early games here today. It's a real exciting day card, as mentioned by the chat. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com, use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine here today in Major League Baseball, the NBA, NHL, and soccer. Let's talk soccer, you guys, for a moment, if you want. And not much going on, but I mean, I do have our crew in here a little bit. So if you guys got anything on these games today, obviously nothing too awesome like yesterday, but we do have a German League relegation playoff game. If you guys are interested in that one, uh, Dusseldorf is the third place team from Bundesliga 2. They're taking on the third from the bottom in Bochum. And I'll just take both teams to score. If it's a Bochum game, I'm sure both teams will score. And an Italian league game today between Fiorentina and, you guys have it, Cagliari. And I'll probably just go both teams to score there. I don't know if I have anything worth a premium here in that one today in that Serie A game. One game in Mexico tonight, America and Cruz Azul. For that, help me. Anybody at a Mexican League game tonight? Darren's here. Ray's here. M. Looks is here. You guys are probably ready for some previews. And all right. Thanks for so much, everybody. Wilson Polanco here today. All right, Jeff's got it under here. We're having fun with Ron Crawford. We got the Cappers all in the house here today, and they're going to probably fire me after that one, you guys. But it's a fun day here. Like I said, light card. Let's start. Wanted to see if I get my little baseballs on my matinee 3-pack. There they are. Can always see what I pick in, what I have in my package there with the ball. I guess I just said something about that, but the balls on the package there show what sports are being covered by me. All right. Fiddles here today. Fiorentina over here as well. All right. Oh, we got Fernando over and Jeff under. I'll take both teams to score. I think that puts me on with Fernando, though. All right. Did have a stat on those, I think, actually, with that. With the league game. I'm not so much, it's a little bit tougher maybe in that German promotional game, but 15 of the last 16 home games for Cagliari has seen the BTTS. All right. Yeah, the Dodgers, they can't beat something about these series, right? With the way things are going here. When the matchup isn't good, it seems like those teams don't win. Let's start with the Pacers and the Celtics in game 2 here. Talked about the missed opportunities for the Pacers last game. And, we know all the story now. The 3 seconds left. Can't get the game finished. How do you foul? I want to just say some steam here right now in baseball. Colorado and Oakland under. I like the under in this game. It was one that I was actually going to go premium, but I didn't know which side I liked. So I said, well, I'm just going to go with the under in the Rockies Athletics game. It is already 7.5. It was 8 under 15, and man, this one could be headed. Well, I'm still showing some 8 under 20s. That feels like some value here. I like this under. All right, let me get on this. So under Colorado and Oakland, I'm gonna like it, and it's moving under, but not as heavy as I thought for definitely steam coming in. All right. Here. All right, so we talked about it, Pacers and the Celtics, and you know what, gang, I've given up. I've given up on trying to be cute with the total, telling you, my friends the sharps, they're all always because we're always going to be on the under, right? But I'm tired of not cashing the bet. And I figure the way things are going with the Pacers at this point, they're not going to want to just, the Celtics aren't going to feel the need to. In fact, I would think actually if the Celtics could slow the game down, if they could, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they want to, and I don't know if they can. I think if they did, they'd actually have a better chance to win by a bigger margin on the Pacers. Because how many times you said the Pacers, especially after coming back right away, right? From 12-0 or whatever it was. So I think, I already said, and, I got a premium. I probably gave it out last show. If you want to go look, I don't think you want to look through the morning steam. It's a real tough, it's great when you guys are here with me and we're talking through all the games, but sometimes I go back and I'm like, what did I say in that? And it's hard, because I don't have time. I wish I had time to bookmark it all and all that, but I pretend I don't. So, anyways, with this one, man, these teams are getting off to fast starts. I'm just tired of trying to go with the under here. The Sharps are, I'm pretty sure they're on the under again. I'll say this, they're probably not on the under as much as they usually are. Maybe they've been learning their lesson too. They don't all go under. We know that. But right now, and especially someone like me that, first look is always going to be under, I've given up on that, and I'm going to take the over as my play here. I think you guys might know what I like here in this game, so maybe I won't go too much, but now Indiana's gone over in 15 of their last 21 games. Boston's gone over in 5 of the last 7. I'm trying to, we've been trying to preach a playoffs. Oh, there'll be more, more defense, if you will. Indiana's not as poor defensively. Maybe it's Boston that actually isn't as great as we think they are defensively. And like I said, be careful, Boston, tonight. Boston has lost game 2 in each of the last 2 series at home. Just lost game 2 each time. And Indiana should have won game 1. They were the ones that covered the spread. I said, hey, take Boston in game 1. Pacers covered the spread. Remember, I said, oh, you know what? They rolled early on in those other games. They'll do it here. But I think Indiana, it's conference finals. Of course, Indiana's better than those other 2 teams here. Indiana has gone over in 8 of their last 9 games as an underdog. Boston has gone over in 5 of their last 7 games as a favorite. I have so many comments here, it feels like spam. Oh, Ron had a play on the game. Here's Teresa O'Brien says it looks like rain in the Bronx. Uh-oh. Well, we could sit around for a few hours, hopefully, and try to get the game in. Or, well, they could just call it, I guess. We'll get the weather report out when we get to baseball. Or Thomas Lewis, he likes the team total over for Boston. Darren says Celtics and team total over. Brent's on the Pacers. Jeff says they didn't cover the first one. They'll cover tonight. Fiddlehead likes the over. I mean, I'm just tired of losing with under. I'm nothing if not forthright here with everybody. And, you know, maybe I just need June to get here. Terrell says that was a deflating loss for the Pacers and it'll hurt them tonight. It just had to be heartbreaking the way that they, folded in that game. Thomas Bird is here. Brent says it's a Pacers cover this time. Again. And I think Thomas says the Pacers are going to run. No chance the Pacers are going to run. Just like the Knicks, the Pacers are going, just like when they were playing the Knicks. Okay, I think I got it. Pacers to cover here. Oh, he says it right there, but we knew it. I knew what you said. Pacers don't play very good defense. This is, yeah. I mean, I can't debate that. I mean, the numbers are there. R. Tom's Pacers, Bobby Smith Pacers. There's plenty of Pacers support here. Twisted Pacers money line. Again, this is the game that Boston lost both times in the first two series. They lost game 2 and then mowed through them after that. Pacers pretty good, right? They're in the championship Eastern Conference Final. Ray going over. Curvin says it's an under spot. Darn it, Curvin. I can't do it, man. I mean, I'm almost throwing the handicap out the window. I just am just so enamored with the way they want to do things. And Boston wants to shoot threes too, just like we saw a team last night. They probably shouldn't be. Look at Thomas. He's got them running. He's got the Pacers practically running the. I don't think. Look, all due respect to Boston, even if the Pacers get 120, I don't think Boston's going to get 121 or 22 or 23. I think Pacers would probably win 120 to 115 or something like that. And Jeff, yeah, let's update the total here. Let's get it right. And 224.5 right now, up a point here. So maybe it's a bunch of squares like me that just can't stand taking an under. You know me, I hate unders. And okay. Wow, Thomas says the Pacers are a consensus play here. I didn't realize there were that many, but I do see a few more now with Jeff Roblo. There are Bostons in here. Thomas, are you sure? I mean, I know it's at least 2-1, and it might even be almost 3-1, right? Or is it more? So, all right. Yeah. You're supposed to have a really good protective guard of that ball with great assists. Team total over Boston is a safe bet. Okay, is that it? Is that it for you guys? Ron likes the over. Terrell, imagine how stressful my life is. I may look very calm, cool, and collected up here. All right. Good comments here. We're keeping it going. We're not even ready to stop, but I think all the picks are in from it. And Thomas says we've got maybe a consensus play here with the Pacers. I'm going with the over. I'm going premium in this game. So thanks everybody for your comments and picks in basketball. We've got here coming up tonight, NHL next. Okay, here we go with game 1. All right, game one. Here we go with the Oilers and the Stars. The Stars are minus 130. Hey, wow, the series price is almost it is pretty much the same as unlike some of the series. The Stars are favored to win this series here a little bit over the Oilers as well. You have uh, certainly right now the Stars come in well rested after they disposed of their opponent in the second round, pretty much with, I don't want to say with ease, but man, they made it look kind of easy against the Avs and got Edmonton here coming in off the series, a 7-game series over Vancouver with a little bit of a quick turnaround here. So remember, Dallas lost the first 2 games to VGK, came back to win that series. They led Colorado 3-0 in game one at home before they lost that game 4-3. So kind of weird starts for Dallas. Maybe they can avoid it here this time with Edmonton. You know, a lot of times you could say rest versus rust or vice versa. Maybe that helps the Oilers. Dallas has been off for a little bit. Dallas defeated, eventually the Avalanche and the Stars, the last 2 Stanley Cup champions, back to back right now to earn this spot. So, uh, Dallas still, they have 8 players with 20 goals or more this season, and they're still number 1 in expected goals for in the postseason here, even over the Oilers. That's probably because the Oilers have played more games. Looks like their point totals are ridiculously high, and they are because of their top heavy point scorers like Draisaitl and McDavid and Bouchard, and even guys like Nugent Hopkins has had a very good postseason now, and so really it's these guys. Zach Hyman too. Don't forget. I mean, it was explosive early on. He's kind of cooled down, I think, but these guys have been awesome. No team has ever had this much offensive production in 2 rounds of a postseason. Hey, I'm not saying that I saw it coming, but I'm at the top of like one of these player pools because I picked a bunch of Edmonton guys to do so. But I've got a couple of guys down Dallas too, like Jason Robertson here in this one. And the funny thing is, you look at the Oilers; they have 4 of the top 5 top point producers so far in the postseason. Dallas's top point producer is Miro Heiskanen, the defenseman, who has 5 goals and 8 assists. You do have Robertson, you have Johnson. Hintz comes in right now with wrist injury. So that's going to hurt them just a little bit. But Edmonton, number 1 scoring power play in the postseason and the number 1 penalty kill in the postseason. That's sick. That's really, really sick. So it's going to be a pretty good series here. Dallas favored here in this one. So I was on with Tony last night, talked about this one. So I'm going to go with the over here. You want to see who I have in this game? You can go watch my video with Tony here in this one, but I'm going to go over with Edmonton and Dallas here in this one. Look, I'm not saying that, because of, Edmonton's explosiveness, if you will, but with Skinner, now Ottinger's been hot, no doubt about it. Ottinger has been hot. And for Edmonton, they've actually ended up relying on, a backup some of the time with Skinner in there part of the time. And, it was just funny how almost like a be careful what you wish for type of scenario, it feels like with Edmonton to a certain extent is what it feels like for me because, they've rolled with these guys all year here in goal. It looks like Skinner's going to be in there, but they went with their third goalie, if you will. I think he's the backup now, but so Skinner and Ottinger. I'm going to end up with the over in this one. It is currently sitting at let's see, 6 over. It's probably a 6 flat by now. I'm showing 6 under 15, 6 under 12 at Circa. It's 6 over 12 at DraftKings. Here come all the comments. I'm sorry it took so long here. Here's Stars money line, Jeff on the over, our Tom's on the under. And Fiddlehead says he'll take the Oilers. And here's Lego World Stars in the under. And Thomas says, I think he's saying we got a consensus here on Dallas. Butterscotch says, I think these goalies are going to be pretty solid tonight. Fernando, in the basketball game, I took, of course, the over. I got tired of taking under and losing. I mean, it's just try to handicap, try to stick with your form, but as the season's running down, and you guys are all going over, right? So, Brent here with the Oilers. Thomas says 4-2. That's a push on the total. He's got the Oilers winning, maybe under here. Maybe he'll buy it up or something like that. But I think we've got your picks in. I'm going to take the over here in this one with these two teams here tonight in Dallas in game one, and we'll see how it goes. I tell you, I have, let me see here. I can see if I can quote some of these. I have a bet here. Let me see where it is here. I have 2 bets. I don't know if I played it right or if I didn't. Let me see. These were exact matchups. My big one is Florida and Edmonton at plus 250. Took Florida and Edmonton this is exact matchup for the finals. So Florida and Edmonton at plus 250. And then I also took for 1/3 of that play, if you get my drift, Rangers and Dallas at plus $3. So those are 2 opposite matchups. I might have just been gambling there. I don't know if I got it right. I was trying to make it so that anyway, I think I need Dallas. I think I need Dallas, but I think that other matchup is kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen, right? I'm on Florida, obviously, to win it all here, still holding a future. So, okay, gang, we'll get moving here on this one. No doubt, Dallas has been going under quite a bit, gone under in 16 of their last 22. We'll also mention, I'm on the over though, but we'll also mention that, let's see here. Edmonton is 14-44-1 over the last 59 games here in Dallas. Okay. 14-44-1. That seems interesting. I don't know. That seems like a lot of. Oh, it probably okay. That probably goes back a few years. I mean, that's obviously goes back a long time, almost 10 years. But maybe before the format where they had just a real tie, and the wins and losses, of course, were after the shootout era. Okay, here we go. A few more picks for you. Yeah, see, Brent says that's bad for a hockey team. I always want rest, but. And again, I think not against Brent. My handicap is based on a kind of opposite what Brent is saying here. But again, I'm just thinking of the real bot. I agree that there is that factor always, right? You want to stay fresh. You've been playing and all that. Edmonton was a 7-game series. Dallas didn't have to. I still think rest is the way to go in life. I always feel better when rested. Man, there's college baseball plays starting to come in here. Do we dare try them again? We've got one coming up right now. If you're right now, top of the hour here. We're going to roll a little college baseball coverage right now before we get to the major leagues here. The steam. We're just going to report the steam, but I might put a little something in here. Kansas State. Look, we had KU the other day. Kansas State, though, is taking the steam here against TCU. Plus money. Kansas State right now down to plus $1.20, maybe even $1.15 or so here. They're taking steam currently in this first game. TCU at Kansas State. These games are mostly on ESPN Plus. They're playing this tournament at Globe Life Field where the Rangers play. If you've been watching here over the last couple of days. Also, Oklahoma taking some steam. This one goes off at 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific against KU. Oklahoma was minus $1.40. They've taken some steam now up here to $1.65 or higher, but definitely a pretty big move here. The Giants announced their pitcher. We'll get to it here in just a moment. It'll be the first game. Miller is going to be a starter. I believe he's an opener. Here's one more college baseball move on the North Carolina Tar Heels against Pitt. They were minus 255. They got steamed at minus 270. They might be going north of that. I always like to lay a run line sometimes when I see this big steam. It often still can come in pretty good. And I will take just giving out the college baseball here at North Carolina today against Pittsburgh, and that one is at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific. Out here, they're playing the Big West tournament, or the West Coast Conference tournament at the Las Vegas ballpark. Watched Gonzaga last night against Santa Clara. They'll be taking on USD tonight here in Las Vegas. All right. Let's get to the major leagues. Well, hey, if more comes in, hey, one just came in right now. How about the University of Kentucky? This one goes off at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Kentucky is getting plus $1.40, but now it's down to $1.35 or so. Kentucky seems to be taking some action here against Arkansas. This is a great matchup here at the SEC tournament, man. You've got two teams that definitely have national championship aspirations, but they're in a big game here today, right now at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. I think they're both probably, top 10 or 15 at this point, these two teams, Kentucky and Arkansas. That's going to be a hot game here, and the steam's coming in on UK, Big Blue. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. Here we get a chance to cover some other sports today, but let's talk about what everybody's talking about here with the Pirates and Paul Skeens. We saw the incredible performance last game, and Doubles, are you in the chat, or any of our Chicago crew in the chat currently? Because I heard the forecast today in Chicago is going to be 100. It's going to be 100 for at least 4 or 5 innings. Paul Skeens is the man. Again, what the Pirates were doing, keeping this guy in the minors, just shows kind of some of the incompetence. Who was in our chat yesterday that's going to the game? I'm embarrassed that I forgot. It's our Pittsburgh correspondent. I know that. But Pirates, Bobby Smith, Pirates first 5 here. Thomas Lewis wants the Pirates already. Solo's here today. It's great to have Solo around. So, for Skeens, you got, he struck out the first 7 batters he faced against the Cubs in Wrigley Field. I mean, okay, it's the Cubs. They're still a pretty okay team. We know that. You're in Wrigley Field. You're mowing them down. Struck out the first 7 guys he faced. He pitched 6 no-hit innings in this one, was it? And twisted on the Pirates on the money line here. So if you haven't seen him, maybe you haven't, if you think if you remember the LSU pitcher from last year, and that, I shouldn't say it. I might not be totally up on my social, but is he still dating Liv Dunn? I would think that'd be a pretty good LSU couple still, but anyways, Jeff might ladder him up here in this one. He's throwing 100 out there. He's had 2 starts. They were both against the Cubs, but now he's taking on the uh, Giants. Now, Miller has just been announced as the opener here in this one. So I don't know if Black comes in. I probably should look and see. Probably doesn't matter. I mean, I know what I'm doing in this game and hope you guys do too. I lost a premium yesterday with the Pirates. They were up 5-0, and they blew that game. Luis says this price is too high. It looks to me maybe it is too high. I mean, I don't know if you want to get involved with the money line or what. And I'm going to go with the Pirates here on the show. Maybe I'll just go money line at that high price because I was really mad yesterday that they blew that lead. And Darren says he's got it. And again, I know it. Twisted saying don't do it too. But again, you could argue that this is a pretty good price. But it does to me look like the Giants. They just named this starter a few minutes ago for a game that begins in 2.5 hours. It's getaway day, right? Here's the other thing crazy about this is that. And now Jeff says this total continues to go down here as well. Yeah, it's definitely 8. I don't think it was ever 8. Yeah, it was definitely 8.5, but I think I saw 8s there as well. But here's the thing I think about Skeens and this start. Wrigley was electric when he was out there, and there will be a nice crowd in Pittsburgh today. In fact, he is part of the he's part of the gate a little bit. He will, even though this is a noontime start, people are going to be going to see. This is going to be a pretty good crowd for Pittsburgh on a day game. It can be pretty bare still here in Pittsburgh sometimes in these day games. But I think the awesome thing is it's not like it's going to be an overwhelming night crowd. Like they're all going to go see Paul Skeens, and he is really going to get to focus in on this and be in a really good situation. It feels like here today. So I'll take the Pirates. I'll take a -1 run. That means probably maybe 3/4 of my bet on the money line. Maybe I'll put a quarter of the bet on -1.5 and take them at -1. Just really mad yesterday at what the Pirates did. Cost me a premium choke in that game. It wasn't a choke. The Giants just beat up the bullpen big time. Hopefully Skeens can go. It throws a lot of pitches because he's striking everybody out. Nathan says it's over. The hype is too much. This guy is overrated. Well, I don't want to put any words into Nathan. He's just saying he gets hit today. And again, he faced the Cubs twice, so it's not like he's gone through the league or anything like that. I'm just on the hype train like everybody else pretty much. But it does seem like when you're going out there, strike out 7 in a row at Wrigley Field, whatever. So, no, JD, we got Miller here starting as an opener here in this one today for the Giants. And I think what you're going to end up seeing is, Black in there. It feels like to me, he will be the bulk of it here. We're getting a look at this lineup here today for the Giants: Matos, Wade, Estrada, Chapman, Soler, Yaz, Ramos, Casali, and Wisely with this left-handed opener here today. We're getting our first look at these lineups. So, and this one will be on MLB Network. So check it out. And let me see. We got, that's all I have right now on that one. I think we can move on here. I got a little more college baseball steam. We got big time plays here today. It feels like. Right. Let me roll this a little bit here. Some of these college baseball steam moves again. The Cincinnati Bearcats, they got steamed in their game against Texas Tech. They were $1.65 plus $1.65. They are down to plus $1.35. Texas Tech. Cincinnati getting the steam against Texas Tech here on the morning steam. Also, Miami of Florida. This one's at 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Miami of Florida is taking steam here against Clemson. Miami is under 500 this season. Hasn't been a great year for the Hurricanes, but they were plus $1.60. Now they're down to $1.50 or so. It looks like the steam is coming in on Miami of Florida here in college baseball. So you're getting all these moves pretty much as they happen. If you want to play them, they're underway with that TCU K-State game, by the way. And we said, we reported to you. Hopefully you got in on that steam here. Let's keep going in baseball. We're having a fun day here with a bunch of action. All right, let's keep going. With these are day games. Mariners, Yankees. Here in this one, okay. Just checking out. Okay, Mariners and Yankees, Castillo and Gill in this one for the Mariners. We made fun of Castillo because he's a slow starter, I guess, because now he's in a groove like Castillo should. And really pitching well with a 2.09 ERA in his last 6 starts. He's also gone 5-1 in his last 6 starts for a Seattle team that's been picking up a little bit momentum here of late. Seattle's gone over in 13 of their last 17 games. The Yankees 15-5 in their last 20 for Gill. He's 4-0 with a 0.74 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Yankees are 7-2 with Gill as a starter. He threw 5 shutout innings in his only career start against Seattle. By the way, Castillo is 1-2 with a 2.84 ERA in 5 starts against New York. Yankees are 17-8 at home. They've gone over in 4 straight, but we have a pretty strong pitching matchup here on getaway day with the Yankees. As a favorite, Yankees, got it done last night. That was my winner. I had a winner. I had a premium pick winner, believe it or not, on the New York Yankees. They were very popular with handicappers, though. It wasn't like I was doing anything special out there, but they did get the win with Nestor Cortez. I'm going to try Clemson here. I mean, I see. What am I thinking? What am I doing? Here comes Thomas on the Yankees right below the button I hit right there. Messed that one up. Okay, there's Dre on the over, and hey, LC Baseball is here. That is awesome. Welcome, LC Baseball, with your card there. Is that an Orioles signed card there? Man, we got a lot of Orioles repping here with us today. Here's every day I get screwed by the Yankees under. And here's Darren on the Yankees, and here's Solo on the Mariners. So you guys are going back and forth, and I'm going to grab the Mariners here. Hey, I'm going to just grab them on the run line, I guess. I think it's like minus $1.65 or something. And Luis on the Yankees. Ray is going with the under here. And I'll just grab the run line. I know it's chalky, but Castillo looking good here. Bobby going under first 5. And Chris here with the Mariners. I think Mariners can stay in here in this one. All right, I'm going to take Mariner. I'm going to take the Mariners today. I think they're plus 1.5, minus 165. Maybe I'll mix in a little money line. Ray says it's 180, so that's probably too high, but that's my pick here. I've got a 1-run game, and I like to mix it up. Nathan's got more baseball action for us. Thank you so much, Nathan. I'm glad that you're participating with us on some college baseball. All right, We got a little more daytime action. Let's talk about this one with the Rangers going up against the Phils, with Andrew Heaney going up against uh, Ryan Wheeler. And for Wheeler, been in a pretty good groove once again. He's 5-0 in his last 6 starts with a 2.45 ERA. He's gone under in 4 of his last 5 games. He has a 2.43 career ERA against the Rangers in 5 career starts. Rangers have lost 10 of their last 13 games. You know, the Phillies, uh, going up against a left-hander, it is a little bit different for the Phillies. They have that awesome first 5 streak right now, currently at it's something obscene that really we should have been touching on, but uh, versus right-handers in the first 5 innings, the Phillies are 21-0-3 in their last 24 games, but they are facing a left-hander today, and they actually have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's 5. It's not as good. I should have wrote it down. I think it's like, oh, I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, anyways, but Haney is just so bad, you guys. Haney 0-5 with a 5.24 ERA in his 9 starts. He's 1-7-1 in the first 5, by the way, but Texas is 1-8 with Andrew Heaney on the mound this season. So it does feel like the Phillies might be able to continue some of their dominance here. Maybe it's a turning point for you guys when the Phillies are facing a left-hander. The metrics aren't as terrible, I don't think, as the record says. I mean, I know that there is a difference there with the 2 lineups. And again, as I mentioned, the steam came in on Texas. And remember also, I was hoping we get the lineup, but uh, the steam coming in on Texas to me kind of indicated that maybe we would see the Phillies players that were actually out of the lineup today, possibly as the reason for that. So I was just seeing if we had the lineup yet for the Phillies. Otherwise, we'll keep it motoring. I mean, I don't think it's going to take me off my pick here on the show. I'm going over. Nope, I don't see lineup just yet. Oh, darn it. Okay, I don't want to keep looking for this here. I don't think we have it. But again, the Phillies head to the West Coast after this, so it is a pretty good candidate here for some players resting. Nonetheless, I'll take the over here with Haney. That's what Nathan said. He's awful. Kervin's got a nerfy. Haney has given up a run in the first inning in 3 of 9 starts. Wheeler's a perfect 0 for 10 so far this season, allowing no first inning runs. The Rangers have scored a run in the first inning this season in 32% of the games. Meanwhile, the Phillies have scored a first inning run here this season in almost 20% of the games. Solo Rangers money line. This is Ray, right? Ranger spot, I think is what he's kind of saying, but can't go against this Phillies team, maybe. Dre on the Phillies. Kervin says, give me 2.5, 3.5, you name it. JD wants the under here. You figure you got Wheeler pitching pretty well. The Phillies obviously not as good, against the lefties, but man, Haney, these numbers are just so bad. I feel like it doesn't matter if a team is a little bit, and who are the Phillies to be a little bit worse, against left-handers here. The matchups aren't terrible. I mean, you got, Schwarber and Harper, maybe they're neutral matchups at worst. Maybe Stott, but after that, you got all the other guys that are ready to roll. All right. Darren will roll the run line. Bobby taking first 5, Fiddlehead under. Don says, don't forget, we're on Wheeler. He might mean Wheeler, though, actually, right? Because Wheeler does have the little bit easier strength of schedule for pitching. All right. Let's move on here. I think we got your picks in and talk about my Padres. Going up against the Reds, the Padres probably figure to be pretty popular among handicappers today, I would think, here with the knuckleballer Waldron going up against Frankie Montas. And he's still got a Reds lineup. I have to rank this team still. Maybe they're underrated. I still like this lineup, especially at home against right-handers. They're a little bit of a no-name lineup to a certain extent, but we do have their lineup in, by the way. We do have that Phillies lineup, by the way. It is going to be Schwarber, Real Muto, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Stott, Sosa, Merrifield, and Pash. So it doesn't sound like those guys are resting. That, I think they said, is a confirmed lineup. We're getting lots of confirmed lineups here now, as a matter of fact. For the Reds today, it looks like Hurtubise, Ellie De La Cruz, Candelario, Ford, Steer, Martini, India, Molly, and Benson. We don't have the Padres yet. But in this one, I'm probably going to end up on the under with the Phillies and the Padres on getaway day. For the Padres, Waldron, 6.75 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Padres are just 2-7 with Waldron on the mound. I mean, he's the guy they got to replace if they really think they're going to do anything here. You can throw a knuckleball out there for a few weeks, I guess, and maybe stay in a few games. He has gone 2-6-1 to the under, so they are staying in there. He gave up 4 runs in 6 innings in his only career start against Cincinnati. Montas has 2 career starts against the Padres, 1-0 with a 2.84 ERA, but Montas has a 5.74 ERA in his last 3 starts. Padres have gone under in 9 of their last 14. Reds have gone under in 11 of their last 18. Reds have also lost 19 of their last 25 games. I'm going to have the under here in this one on getaway day. And here we go with Luis on the Padres. What? And maybe Thomas is on the Padres. And Thomas says, I better take the Padres. Well, probably so. All right. I don't know. Nathan, I already gave out 6. Well, I mean, I weren't plays. I guess I gave you 16 moves. Here's Darren on the Padres. Rays on the under with the Padres and the Reds. And JD says, give me the Reds on the money line today, even money or so. All right. Rays on the over. Okay, and I'll take the under. Not going against Dre like that. I didn't mean to say it all snotty. All right, here we go. The Braves taking on the Cubs with Smith Shover in there, going up against Brown for the Cubs in this one. And I was probably going to go Braves as a premium, but I don't like the total yet necessarily here. I mean, we're in Wrigley. No pressure from Tony. He has me on we do a segment every night, hey, watch the morning steam tomorrow. Ramon's going to give a pick on every game. Well, here we are in this game, and I want to give out the Braves as a premium, but I don't know what I can do with the total in this game just yet. Wind is, pretty negligent at this point. 4 miles an hour in from right field. It's a beautiful day out there. Low 70s today. You still have that, really strong Braves lineup here, probably guys like Acuna and Ozuna. probably set up pretty straight against Brown, Darno, Arcia. But the Cubs here against Smith Shawver, if he can negotiate through a little bit on these guys with Tauchman and Bellinger and Bush and Mastrobuoni, I think he can get it done. I'm going to take the Braves. I do like the Braves, especially at this price, quite a bit. I was going to play it as a premium, but I didn't know what I could do with the total, so I'm going with it here on the show. And here's Dre on the Braves. Darren's on the Braves. Art Thompson's on the Braves. Thomas is writing down the consensus plays on the Braves. Fernando's on the under. And I'm going to write down Fernando's play because I got to bet the total. I just don't know what I'm doing, so I'll just take Fernando's play probably. I couldn't really figure. Now, I did see that. Let me see here. It was. No, it's still 9 under everywhere. So I thought we were seeing a move. All right, Chris. Hey, the Padre lineup is out. I got to look at this. See what the Padres are going with today out there. Padres, Arise, Tatis, Profar, Cronenworth, Machado, Peralta. Padres assigned David Peralta, and he's playing right field today. Tatis is the designated hitter. And Luis Arise, he's playing first base. Jackson Merrill and Ha Sung Kim and Higashioka is the catcher batting ninth. All right, Padres. So we'll see Padres signing David Peralta this week as another outfielder here gets a start today. All right. JD says it flies over. All right, you guys got the over. Oh, wait, Fernando said under. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'll just go with the Braves here. It was going to be a premium. It's a freemium here on the show. Rockies and A's here we're one more day game here with Feltner and Estes. $1.25 or so now. Total 7.5 over 15. Believe me, check it out here. But I thought we had. Did I mention the Steam was in? Yes, the Steam was in on this game since we've been on the air here. About 20 minutes into the show, they went under 7, and I said, well, they haven't gone too much under 7 yet. It's still, 8 under, but now it's 7.5 over pretty much everywhere you look at this point with Feltner and Estes in this one. With Feltner, he's got a 6.82 ERA in his last 6 starts. He's 0-3 in those 6 starts. Colorado's 3-6 with Feltner. For the A's, Estes, he has a 9.35 ERA in 2 starts. Pretty bad numbers as well. The A's have lost 9 of 10. The Rockies have lost 4 of 5. Rockies needed extra innings here yesterday to get the win. 4-3 in extra innings. Rockies got that win. So just about to go here, you guys. Some steam rolling in at the World Championships in hockey. And we got, big games here right now. Just dropping the puck, Slovakia and Canada. Canada, huge favorite there. But how about this one? Germany and Switzerland. Switzerland, they moved on this game here. I would say go ahead and lay Switzerland here. Now they are minus close to, I think, $3 right now on the money line, but I do like Switzerland here. I would lay a goal and a half at minus $1.10. The steam seemed to have rolled in on Switzerland, taking them up to minus $3 or so, and so at minus 1.5 at minus $1.10 or $1.20, I think that's pretty good, and I like Switzerland in this one. And that was based on that steam, but I think you can lay the puck line with that. All right, a few more here in this one. I think Fiddlehead's going over here with. I gotta make a play with Colorado and Oakland, and I think I already had it here. Yeah, I'm on the under. Sorry about that, Fiddle. Nerfy for Darren here and Rockies. Feltner. He's been terrible though. Darren Feltner has given up a run. Now, granted, he pitches in Colorado half of his games. I didn't write down the breakdown. I'm sorry. He's given up a run in the first inning though in 6 of 9 games this season. Estes, he's just 0 for 2. Colorado, they were about 30% this season scoring runs in the first inning. The A's are 8 for 51. I'm taking the under. Colorado and Oakland. Couple more left and we're out of here. Hopefully you got some fun plays. Hopefully we get it done. I mean, I don't want to just, bury us here, but we do want to have some action on some of these other sports here in summer. Just about summer. We're in summer. Was 100 here the other day in Las Vegas. Let's go to Toronto and Detroit with Gausman going up against Flaherty. Toronto's a road favorite, everybody, because, hey, we know Toronto's a pretty good team. They should be road favorites over Detroit. Any moment now, Toronto's going to start to turn it around. These two teams have basically the same record. Gausman, 4.64 ERA in his last 4 starts. Maybe it is good that Toronto gets out on the road. They've won 3 of 4, so maybe that pressure is got to them a little bit at home. They're starting to feel the pressure. But Flaherty, 2.49 ERA in his last 4 starts. So far, he's only 1-3 at home, so I would expect a pretty good start from Flaherty, though. He's 2-0 with a 0.82 ERA in 2 career starts against Toronto. Gausman's been good. Oh, where's the graphic? Gausman has been good against the Tigers, 3.38 ERA. Been okay, been decent, let's just say. I think we can say that safely. Against the Tigers here. Tigers have lost 6 of their last 8, but I can't take it. In fact, the line here might actually show currently that Tigers have moved to the favorite here, $1.15 or so. Total's definitely 7.5. Juice to the over a little bit. I'm on the Tigers, man. I'm on the Tigers here for sure. I'm going to give that as the play here on the show. Was definitely thinking premium, but I'd like to see what happens with this day card, man. Jeff likes Detroit. Darren likes Detroit. Thomas is on Toronto. And Darren says, small slate, you got to roll the dice on something. Hey, Thomas, did you get the money line dice ordered yet? We're going to, every time we decide we can't pick a game, we're going to roll the money line dice here. I'll buy it. I know it's not I know money is no issue for you, sir, but I'll buy it if I have to. It's a top priority for you. All right. We're almost done, you guys. Pardon me. With the show here. We got WNBA, but let's go here for the Orioles and the White Sox with Rodriguez and Clevenger. You have a huge favorite here on the road right now, of course, with the Orioles in this one, minus 240 or more coming in with Rodriguez. 225 at Circa, 230 at Bet Online, 245 at Bovada. The squarer the book, the higher the price. You know what that means. Talking about a big favorite here, and I don't know. Can we do it, you guys? Can we do it today? White Sox, you guys, let's see if you guys got anything. And Dre breaking a little bit of news for us here right now. Let's take a look. Dre says that sounds like JB Bickerstaff. Let's get the breaking news logo thanks to Dre. Well, after 4 seasons, Cleveland Cavalier, we saw this one coming, didn't we? The did get a playoff series win, their first since 2018, but JB Bickerstaff, the son of Bernie Bickerstaff, who I interviewed back in the day when he was coaching out in San Diego. Uh, JB is gone after 4.5 seasons, 3 postseason appearances, over 170 or 170 wins there. And Bickerstaff fired here by the Cavs. Where do they go from here? You got a loose, I'll say it, you got kind of a loose cannon owner. Figure he's going to want a bigger name than Bickerstaff in there right now with this team having underachieved, I think. Yes, they were up against a good team, but um, maybe they finished right where they were supposed to in the end. I don't know. A little bit of college baseball, more steam for you. I know we're looking for action today, so I'll keep doling it out as long as the plays are coming in. Oklahoma State is taking steam here against Central Florida in the tournament play. Oklahoma State was $1.95. They're north of $2 right now in college baseball action today. All right, we're still talking about our baseball here a little bit. Solos on the Sox. Mike says the O's got to be a little bit fatigued here. Check out Ron's video, you guys. Ron Crawford has a video preview on this game here today on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So please look at all of our videos. You guys like sports. You guys apparently like sports betting content on YouTube. So says our analysts. All right. I'm going to take the Orioles on the run line here. Dre, our Baltimore correspondent here. Orioles need to bounce back. And Luis on the under. And let's see here. Don saying, what's wrong with Gosman? I think maybe we just been dealing with Clevenger struggling. I didn't even do a preview on the game, did I? For Clevenger, currently 6.35 ERA in his 3 starts, an 0-2 record. Maybe it's it. Maybe, hopefully, his time has come. White Sox have lost 5 of their last 6 games. They've gone under in 10 of their last 15. Baltimore's lost 3 straight, but Rodriguez, okay numbers, 3.74 ERA, 2-1 in his last 4 starts, and Baltimore is 6-1 with Rodriguez on the hill. Baltimore also 12-8 on the road. 2 career starts for Rodriguez against the White Sox, a 3.27 ERA. Here it is. Trey says, that's right. We'll get LeBron as a player coach and get Bronny in there. How about Bronny's quotes last week? Hey, I'm not, going wherever my dad is or something in my eye. We want, I want Bronny. I want it to, maybe Bronny, maybe he wasn't, maybe he was, the scary incident was something that definitely put his career back. And just to get back and playing, it's always going to be, thanks, Terrell. I'm on the Tigers, my man. So for Bronny, I think I want him to play with his dad. I mean, look, everybody says he's not a pro prospect. Look at his body of work. Maybe he's not. Still the son of LeBron James. If I'm going to take a guy with at his age and a guy who's been sitting at a dinner table eating tacos for 20 years with, I'm gonna, I might take a chance and see if this guy can play a little. Okay, maybe he has something. We probably didn't get a full Bronny James because of the heart ailment, the heart condition. I mean, I'm surprised he took the court again. Remember, Hank Gathers, that whole situation. So, all right. Let's go to the WNBA. Welcome to the WNBA and take a look at today's matchups. First off, we've got the Lynx. They are on the road against the Connecticut Sun. Check out my previews with Tony. I previewed every game with Tony last night. It's a 3-game schedule here in the WNBA. Last night, the Indiana Fever, they fell to 0-5 now with a loss. Caitlin Clark, pretty good game. She had a big little mistake there at the end, certainly. Jewel Lloyd, big game, 32 points. Nneka Ngumake, 22 points. Yesterday, Seattle got the win. They didn't get the cover. The game went over. I think my winning streak kind of ended there with that thud, but did preview all the games with Tony. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Make sure I get the right game up there. Lynx and Sun. But previewed every game with Tony. I might not have a pick on every game as Tony prompt, but I think I might be saving one for a premium, quite frankly. So let me get rolling here with this. A Lynx and the Sun here in this one. Call up my Cubs are taking some action here. Just want to mention against the Braves at even money. Okay, do my little WNBA. Even though we had a big old preview on the video, we'll talk about these games at least just a little bit here in this one. And I'm going to make sure of it here. Bach. Okay. Lynx and the Sun. Minnesota, both teams undefeated here coming in. Minnesota won at Seattle, 102-93. At home, 102-93. They played a home and home. Minnesota won the game at Seattle, 83-70, but came back to win in double overtime in the second game. Minnesota, they're not only 2-0 straight up, but 2-0 against the spread so far this season. Meanwhile, Connecticut, they're 3-0, but 1-2 against the spread. Their teams that the Sun beat, they beat Indiana twice. Indiana's 0-5. They beat Washington. Washington's 0-4. Connecticut beat Indiana just 88-84. Maybe they're supposed to be maybe they're supposed to be better than this, is what I think I'm trying to say. But the teams met 7 times last year. The Sun went 5-2 straight up. They met twice. They met twice in the playoffs. So, all right. Let me see here in this one. I'm trying to remember. I got to look at my notes and see. I don't want to give you the same thing as I gave away on the show. That's not the format here. We gave away the total, so go please check out my video there. On this one, let's get your comments. Oh, let's see. Did the spread move? Total came down. Okay, thanks. I'll update it right now. Hey, we got a big steam move here in baseball, though, real quick. Want to mention it and get it out there because it is on a game that, tell you what, we took the total in this game over, and it is a game that the Phillies and the Rangers, the 8.5 is now gone. It's pretty much 8 everywhere right now. There's steam coming in on the under. Again, I think we had the lineups out there. So other than the weather, I would think, I think we had the lineups. So I don't know why it would be moving under. Sharps coming in here on the under in that one. Let me continue with the WNBA. We want to get the show over here. Here's our Tomps on the Lynx. And let me put the right spread up there for the game, by the way, at 162.5. 6.5, 162.5. There we go. And maybe a little bit of a move here. Pretty good move, actually, to the links. I was kind of studying it here, trying to see if I can give the play that I was looking to give, and it is. I think that the Connecticut Sun just end up laying too many points here at this time, and I'm going to end up taking Minnesota here, plus 6.5 at this point. Like I said, Connecticut, they are currently 3-0, straight up 1-2 against the spread. Oh, here we go. Corey Seager is out of the lineup today for Texas, so he'll be resting today. Seager, 19 home run, or I'm sorry, 8 home runs this season, 253 batting average. So, Seager not in the game is probably worth a half a run, I guess, to somebody out there. And that is the lineup information that came in that kind of triggered that move. All right, I'm going to take the Lynx here. I think the Lynx got a pretty decent club, and I don't know if the Sun are really putting teams away here right now. I think with Kayla McBride, with Nafisa Collier, and the way they're playing right now, Collier was really good against Seattle. So I am going to take Minnesota in this one. They are, like I said, they are 2-0 and 2-0 against the spread. Thanks, Wilson. See you later. Thank you very much. And I want to get to it right now. Oh, God, I got to get to it. Please, everyone, it's almost worthy of a breaking news statistic. A breaking news banner here. I want to get Ray's play in, but I got to get this one to you right now. I am going over in the next game, and it is getting steamed to the over right now. Here we go. The Sky and the Liberty. I want to go over in this game with the Sky and the Liberty today. It is getting steamed right now from 165.5 up to 166 at least at this point. Really do like the over in this game, and I'm going to take it here with the Sky and the Liberty. Look, what I talked about the game last night with Tony. You could check it out what I think about the Sky here. I think this team is underrated at this point. They don't have good depth here. That might be a problem against this awesome Liberty team. But look at the way just look at what I'm trying to explain about some of these WNBA teams, these point spreads, if you will, at this point, because right now the Liberty's 4-0. We know that. They're awesome. They're probably going to win it all, right? But they're 1-3 against the spread. So far in the WNBA, road dogs are 10-2 against the spread so far this season. Dogs in general are 14-5 against the spread. Home teams are 6-13-1 against the spread. So take the dogs, take the road team, take the dogs right now, and you'd be crushing it. Not to say that the Liberty's not awesome. Maybe they can get this double digits. This is your prime video, doubleheader game one. So get your Amazon packages ordered. I've got some popcorn here. Buying the packages in bulk, and get my Amazon Prime as well, my Amazon channel for just whatever it is now. It used to be $14. What is it now? I got to pay Caitlin Clark. It's probably like $24. All right. Anybody but picks? I got the over. I wanted to go over, I think, as a premium, but I gave out the side. I think you know what I like here. Look at Chris. He's got a great number. He knew it was going over. You know I like that cheese popcorn, Thomas. At 7:30 in the morning. And this is like middle of the day for me, though. Okay, I'm going over here in this one. Look, I think you got a Diamond to Shield. You've got Mabry. You've got Williams. You've got Reese. I think Chicago's got good players. Remember, they pulled out a player that was a lottery pick a few years ago and got her to join back up. She's averaging 8 points so far. So every little bit helps. And now the Liberty, They shot just 3 for 23 in that win over Seattle. It was only 74-63, but I've got to go over tonight. All right. And our Tom's Sky plus the points. All right. Oh, also, I mentioned in the video too. Don't not relating because it's a total, but the Sky coached by a former New York Liberty great Teresa Weatherspoon, Teaspoon, Mystics, and the Sun. In this one, and you got the Sun here favored by man, it's almost up to 7 now. Check out my video. Maybe everybody watched it already. I show the Sun up to 7, and the total pretty much at 163. Maybe call it 162.5 here at this point, with the 2-1 Mercury up against the 0-4 Mystics. So you hope it's not like that. Kind of like what I was saying too about these teams covering spreads, right? The headlines are going to say today, well, I don't know about the headlines. We've had some other playoffs and all that. It's just a W. The WNBA headline of the day might be, Indiana Fever 0-5. Caitlin Clark loses again. Well, it may be, but us gamblers, Indiana Fever's 3-2. 3-2 against the spread. So it depends what you're looking for, and what we're looking for here is a winner. Check out my video certainly in this one on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel from last night. Let me know here. We'll get some of your comments in this one with the Mystic and the Sun. In this one, Mystic and the Mercury. Should have never named this team. I get it, though. Washington is 0-4. They lost by 2 to LA last time out, 70-68. And Phoenix won at home against Atlanta, 88-85 in and over. Phoenix is just 2-1 straight up, but 3-0 against the spread. They've surprised me here a little bit. They went over in that win against Las Vegas. Remember, they beat Vegas 98-88, but with Copper in there. She had what did she have? 37 points for Kalia Copper, so big time numbers there as well. So Phoenix certainly doing a pretty nice job here at this point. You got to give them a lot of credit here. Losing Skylar Diggins-Smith to Seattle, but nonetheless here have a win, obviously, over the Aces so far. You've got Natasha Cloud doing a good job here for Phoenix. She used to be on the Mystics. So Ray is going under 162, but our Tomps is going over in this one. And let's see here. I think I've got the play. It's on the Phoenix Mercury. Of course it is. I've got Phoenix to roll here. I know I just talked a lot of trash about taking all the underdogs. I've got taking the favorite here in this one. Move is on the Sun. I like the Sun here. I am really worried actually that the Mystics they knew it was coming with Elena Deladon. I'm just not sure they believed it. Or look, there's only so many things you can do with your roster, right? When a player leaves, they don't say like, gee, you just lost a Hall of Famer, you can go get another one. You just don't go get another one. So when you don't have a player like Elena Deladon, you don't replace a player like Elena Deladon. Shakira Austin, she was fine last game with 12 points, so I think she'll be in there. She might be on the injured list. Let me see here. Brittany Sykes is out for Washington here with that ankle injury. I said on the air here the other day that I thought she would make this game, but I guess she's not. But Austin is probable, D.D. Richards probable, and of course Brittany Griner still out with a broken toe. So I'm going to take Phoenix in this one. Lego with his picks. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on the Mornings Team today. I'm going to get out of here and, I don't know, go make breakfast or something. I can't live on popcorn alone here when you're getting ready for the show. And I'm going to watch some tennis here for sure. It looks like a great match here I can get into, a little third set action. Thanks for joining me here today, everybody. Join me back here again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific for more Tony's Picks. Hey, grab up my baseball pass here. Really appreciate it if you did. Hopefully we'll roll at 2-1, 3-0. We're going to go 3-0, but it just supports me here to keep me coming back to the channel. And we're going to try to roll it, win all the bets, but need your support here, or I'll have to join the senior pickleball tour and go win a bunch of prizes here. I still got a little bit of mileage left in the tank, so better subscribe to my package or I'm going to leave and be a professional senior pickleballer on the pickleball channel. All right. Thanks for joining me here on the Mornings Team for Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott.
To the picks, and it goes along something like this.